Okay, so you're here, just so we're clear, because you want to grow your business next year and you want to learn more about business strategies to help you do it. Well, you're in the right place. When it comes to operational planning or developing a strategic plan for your business, here's what I'll say first. Leaders lead best when they know how to lead themselves. That's why I talk about this all the time here on this channel. It is important for you to understand what you need to do and be your best in order for you to lead with intention and purpose, and in order for you to attract, engage, and convert the right audience when you are doing your marketing for your business. Whether it's marketing to get a client or it's marketing to procure a contract with the government. These are important facts that you need to learn straight away, and I'm going to share them with you today because next year I want your business strategies or any operational plans that you have going on for your business to be successful. So I'm going to share with you some tips on how to make that happen. In this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of definitions that you need to know about when you are creating business strategies. I'm also going to give you the key elements required of a successful strategic plan. And lastly, I'm going to give you my tips on how you can create a strategic plan yourself. So if that is something you need to know about for the new year, for the new project, for the new plan, sis, stick around. So I have my phone with me here and I'm going to read out some definitions to you because I think they're very important in your ability to create a strategy for your business in the coming year. As it relates to developing a strategy, it's important for you to first understand what it is you want to do. So like I said, let's just read the definition first. A strategic plan describes an agenda that lays out an organization's goals and a series of action plans to execute those goals. So creating a template here is going to make it a lot easier for you to not only create strategy after strategy after strategy, it's going to help you make sure that there's consistency within your strategies and you're maintaining whatever brand narrative or brand images or just staying true to who you are as a business or as an individual. Having a template will help you just fill in the blanks for each individual goal that you have. Okay, does that make sense? So that is a strategic plan. It exists to turn goals into realities. As you know, you've heard me say it many times, a goal without a plan is just a wish. And we want to do more than wish here on this channel, and I want to help you do more than wish. I want to help you plan, but not just plan, but I want your plan to be authentic to you so that the actions you have to take in order to achieve that plan are going to be more organic, and you're not going to have to do a lot of stressing and having a lot of frustration because you're trying to do it someone else's way. That's what we're all about here on this channel. The strategic planning process, however, it merges idealism of a vision statement with the decision-making realities of your everyday operations. That is what I mean by taking your authentic self and making sure that your actions are organic actions and they're going to help you maintain the motivation needed to achieve the goal. Because when we start doing things that we do not enjoy, we don't do well, or that frustrate us, it minimizes the chances that we are going to follow through and that we're going to even start in the first place. So when I say to you, having a strategic plan that is based on a foundation of your personal framework, I promise you that's going to be the key to the success every time. Now let's look at what a business strategy is. A business strategy entails a systematic approach aimed at gaining a competitive edge, number one, responding to market dynamics, number two, and attaining a sustainable success within a particular industry or market, number three. That's what the business strategy is. You're going to take your business and you want to make sure that you are in alignment with the vision and the mission of your company. You also want to make sure that you are competitive. You maintain a competitive edge. You want to make sure that you know what you need to promote your business to that target audience in the first place. And you want to make sure that you are sustaining the success that you need to sustain within your industry or market, okay? So there are some very important elements though that make your business strategy strong. And these elements are gonna take you back to another operating system that I talked to you about weeks and weeks ago. It's all over my content. I'll link some of them below. But the first thing is you really have to define and understand your company's mission and vision, okay? And you also need to create a SWOT analysis where you're looking at your strengths, your company's weaknesses, any opportunities to do better or to grow, or any threats that could prevent you from growing, okay, or succeeding. So those are some really key elements that you need to be careful of when you are developing a business strategy, okay? Now, here's another definition that I created specifically for this video because I wanted to be able to relate it to these other definitions that I shared with you. And that is your personal operating system. You've heard me talk about this in previous videos, but I'm giving you a different definition of it as it relates to developing your business strategy, okay, or having a strategic plan within your business. Now, your personal operating system entails a systematic approach aimed at maintaining authenticity, confidence, and boundaries for yourself. That is the way I defined your personal operating system for the purposes of this video. I go into a little bit more detail in another video, which I can link down below, where I'm sharing with you 3 operating systems that I think that you should be aware of as you grow your business. But for now, this is a great definition for your personal operating system that I think you can use to help you develop a business strategy, operating plans, just marketing strategies coming up for the new year. All right, so now that I've given you all those definitions, let's dive a little bit deeper into these key elements that you're going to need for any good strategic plan. Number 1, you have to define your purpose. You have to know why you're here in the first place. What is the value you're bringing to the table? That's going to be very important in your ability to create a strategy of any kind for your business. Number 2, I want you to look at your SWOT analysis, whether you are a business and you're doing this with strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, or threats, or whether you are a personal brand. I want you to look at your strengths, your limitations, your desires, and your non-negotiables. Those are interchangeable, whether you're a business or a person, but basically you're doing a SWOT analysis because that is going to help you identify the things you need in your strategy to help you overcome those threats and take advantage of those opportunities using your strengths and understanding your weaknesses. Now, a defined management process is also what you're going to need to have a successful strategic plan. Now, this is going to be explain to yourself or identify the chain of command within your organization. I like to tell people to plan for this when they are onboarding people. It is important for you to create duplicable systems and processes that are going to help teach people or help them understand the company culture that is happening within your business. I believe that as a leader, it's your responsibility to create that culture, whether you are a department head, you own the business, or you are just a one-person show and you're bringing on contractors. The managing process is extremely important in your ability to maintain that level of consistency within your business so that you can show up and show out no matter who you're doing business with. So who are going to be the decision makers? Who are going to be the worker bees? Do the worker bees understand the culture that you want to be exemplified and duplicated when they are out representing your business? Do they understand that that is important in the first place? Are you doing your due diligence to manage yourself and lead yourself so that you can be the good example that your employees or contractors need to see in order to perpetuate that culture to your client or your potential client? Here, I want you to map out a strategy to create actionable tasks or key performance indicators that the people on your team, contractors, employees, people in your department, what are those key performance indicators that are going to help you map out an actionable task, a strategy for actionable tasks within your organization, or even for yourself? I use a project management tool that helps me maintain my consistency with my business and with my brand. This is important when it comes to developing a strategy for success. There have to be key performance indicators that are going to keep you on top of your game. They're going to help your employees or your contractors know exactly what they need to do to maintain that level of consistency and that culture that you want to bring to your client base. now that we've gone through some definitions and you understand what these key elements are that are going to help you with a successful strategy, marketing strategy, business strategy, operations plans, now that we know what these elements are, let's dive a little bit deeper into creating a strategy for yourself. So the first thing you want to do is identify an objective, a goal, okay? Before we can create a strategy, an action plan to achieve the goal, we have to have the goal in the first place. So right now is a great time for you to start looking at how things worked well this year, what things didn't work well this year, and start filling in the gap, doing a gap analysis so that you know exactly what you want done differently in the new year. And that can become your objective. That can become the new goal. And then I want you to conduct a self-assessment. Here is where I believe all the personal branding conversations that we've had in the past, all of my leadership coaching and tips and techniques that I've shared with you in the past as it relates to creating a personal framework, understanding your strengths, your limitations, your desires, and your non-negotiables. If you are a business, understanding your SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is where all of this comes into play. You have to do some sort of self-assessment as a person, as a single entity, or as a business. You have to do a self-assessment of your company to understand what is working, what's not working, where the strengths truly are based on actions of this year, where you were weak, where you missed out on opportunities, where the threats were and how they overtook your business, your brand, or whatever. You have to do your due diligence and do a self-analysis here to understand what is going to be necessary to get you to the next level. So again, after you've done that, and if you are a business, where can you delegate tasks? If you are a single entity, that might mean it's time for you to bring on people, pay people to do the things that you're not that great at. And if you could pass off a torch, you could make more money and do better things. Don't be afraid and have a scarcity mindset, have a growth mindset, and figure out how you can get it done. You have to go work an extra job, if you've got to sell some things, if you got to get rid of some things so that you can afford the help you need to start delegating tasks so that you can concentrate on those strengths. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to share some of the work with other people. Could this be a threat that has been preventing you from achieving your goals in the past? The key here is to delegate tasks. Find out what is going to be best served if someone else does it, and then pass it off. Next, I want you to do some research. Again, I talked about that gap analysis, understanding where you're falling short. How is that happening? Where is that happening? And how can you prevent it from happening? Do a gap analysis. Research what is missing and how you can get that for yourself or for your business. And then after you've done all of that, the last step here is to create the actual action plan that is going to help you achieve the goal. So guys, if you need to create a business strategy, a marketing strategy, this is a great tool that you can use, a great template that you can use in order to be successful and maintain those levels of consistency. Now, listen, you may find that some of these elements, these very important elements to a strategic plan, a business plan, a marketing plan, maybe some of them that I mentioned, you don't quite have down. I understand it. I completely get it. That's why this next video here that I want you to watch is all about my personal framework, and I'm giving you those 4 pillars of the personal framework and I'm explaining it to you. So I want you to watch that. The first few seconds are gonna be, just fast forward. It's an older video, but just fast forward and watch it because it's going to explain these 4 pillars. And then also, I'm going to put down in the description a video that I created about, I think it's 3 operating systems that I think are very important for you to utilize in your ability to grow and succeed in your business. So I want you to grab those and make sure that you are watching them to understand not only how to create that personal framework, but also it really does give you some indicators into how to create that SWOT analysis as well. If it's your business, you're just going to translate some of the personal information into the business information in terms of strengths. What are the strengths of your businesses instead of limitations? What are the weaknesses of your businesses? Where are you falling short? Instead of desires, what are the opportunities for your business? And instead of non-negotiables, what are the threats? That's how they sort of are parallel. One is for you solopreneurs who are operating with a personal brand. That SWOT analysis is for those of you who have a business or you're working in a department. Either way, these are tools that you can use to create amazing business strategies, marketing strategies, or overall strategic plans or operating plans to be successful in the coming year. All right, so before you create those tactical plans, I want you to grab this video right here, watch it, and understand how to create that framework that's going to help you stay consistent and maintain that authenticity so that your growth can be organic and people will attract, engage, and convert with you in a way that is going to make you successful. All right, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell so you never miss an episode, and look down in the comments down below. I'm going to pin a question. I love to engage with you down there. And for those of you who do engage, we'll do a drawing and you will get noticed, and I'll share your information up on the screen. You'll get a big shout out here in the next video. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.